right. So Deacon Mike, I know you're going to be the new associate, the new parochial vicar here at Michigan State very, very soon. And just was curious, when you begin this summer, and you get to meet all the students that are watching this right now, and they're awesome, I can assure you. You're going to be very spoiled to have all of them as your parishioners. But what are some of the things you're most looking forward to as you begin here at St. John's?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like original. You can kind of guess it already, but it means the sacraments, I would say, right? Especially the Mass. Once you know what the Mass is, God works through the priest's hands to make himself present, and it's a sacrifice through the priest. He's offering himself to the Father. He's making present the gift of Jesus and the reception by the Father. Jesus is present. So to be right in the middle of that when all it's happening, I mean, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable when you're just participating, if you think about it. I mean,
and you became Catholic in college, is that correct?
I did, yeah. I did. And so it's one of those things, you develop an appreciation for it. Develop over time. It was the first time I had the Eucharist wasn't like, it just happened, right? The world didn't shake. You start to appreciate what it is and what it can do for you over the years, and you get a sense of how awesome it is. And so, one of the reasons you become a priest is so you celebrate Mass, and so you can be there and then, guys, I really I don't even know you, but I want you to come back so we can do it. There'll be people there. It'll be great. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, praise God. And you're blessed. There's lots of opportunities for you to do Mass during the week and on the weekends, and
yes,
you're going to see a lot of these students that are watching this right now.
Yes. Yeah. So for me, so you asked me, what am I looking for? I don't even know what I'm getting into. So maybe I'd have better. What are some of your favorite experiences as a priest here at St. John's?
It's a great question. And obviously he said the obvious one of the sacraments always be the time when I can give you Christ in the Eucharist. Those incredible moments in the confessional where, again, Jesus is speaking his word to you. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
But something unique to this that I never actually expected until I kind of arrived and heard about it was the alternative spring break trips. And I know if anybody who was on my trip, you're watching, I love you guys. Those are some of my favorite weeks out of the weeks. 3 weeks now. It's 1 week trip. Probably Deacon Mike's like, what is ASB?
Yeah.
ASB is you go serve. We did a habitat project during spring break. So the college students, they sacrifice a spring break and they go serve somewhere. And so those are hands down my favorite week out of the year, and it's because we get to again serve as we give of ourselves for those that again are in need. We always get far more back.
Yeah.
And that's always so fulfilling. And that changes us when we get back to campus. We recognize, God, how can I give back here? In a certain sense, it kind of reorients us to say, Lord, you're calling me to a purpose and to a mission. What is that? How do I give? And that's a beautiful, beautiful gift. But as a priest, to go on those trips, we get back from the end of a hard day at work, we'd all be tired, in need of a shower, ready for dinner, but we'd always begin by having a Mass, actually.
Awesome.
And again, so to join our sacrifice of the day to the sacrifice of Christ. And I know for each of our groups to be able to pray for those that we're ministering to offer them up in prayer, and our benefactors that made it possible was always a beautiful part of the day. I remember one ASB trip, we actually had Ash Wednesday, and so we did ashes, everything right there, and that was just a phenomenal. So as a priest, I always loved those little, just very tight, there were like 12 of us, 14 of us, huddled together for Mass.
What did you do? Did you take a couple cars or a bus?
So we got bussed down, and I brought my Mass kit, and we'd sometimes, if depending on the group, we'd sing, we'd do all kinds of stuff, but it was a phenomenal week.
Where do you go? Is it the same place or different places?
So it depends. We have groups that go to, every year to Jonestown, Mississippi. I went to Mississippi as well.
Oh, is that what the Jonestown University shirt? That's where this is from.
So
he's off camera.
Yeah, he's looking at different pictures from ASB trips in the past.
This is my first time in this room, actually, so I'm taking it all in.
Taking it all in, yeah. So either there's service trips where you kind of more oriented toward people, kind of how do you go to nursing homes or minister to folks, versus a construction project, how do you build things? And
Yeah.
I was more on the construction end of stuff with kind of a
Yeah.
habitat house and things. And so just encourage the students, if you've not been on an ASB trip yet, I highly encourage you to think about going. Again, it's life-changing. It's changed my life as a priest. It can change your life when you come back, both to campus, but also to the rest of where God takes you. Because again, it reminds us of why are we here?
Yeah.
That we are not here first and foremost for ourselves. We're put here for other people. And if we can learn that lesson, the ASB trips do that in a very, very, very powerful way. And that is my favorite part from my life here at St. John's.